Do-Rag Wisdom, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the wonderful day of Y2K 20.07.13. Just 113 days before we kick this creep out that we have in now. Don't forget, it was a fake Senate impeachment trial. There was no vindication, no adjudication, and no exoneration. Please repeat. The music in the background is from the movie The Gladiator, or Gladiator actually, by Hans Zimmer. More than 135,000 people have died under Penny Trump, president of incompetence and murder. Because during the pandemic, he just was himself. Over 3,000 dead Puerto Ricans too in the wake of Hurricane Maria. Also because of the sociopath. Shame, and absolute shame on us if Trump gets reelected. And with at least 70 million sure votes, which I know he has, at least 70 million, he could have a second chance to finish us off. He's working on getting rid of our children next, send them back to school where the pandemic is raging. But that's not my main topic for today. Today, I just want to talk a little bit about the use of that term defunding. Very little. And then I have a little clip I'm hoping to show you. The use of the term defunding in relation to the police departments of our country is a wrong-headed approach to a serious problem. We may have a great country, but it would be even better if we could relieve ourselves of our dark sides, including our greed for money. In using the term defunding, activists are simply shooting themselves in the feet and granting our fascist, traitorous enemies a gift. You see, they say, the radical left wants to take money away from our police, defund them, and leave us swinging naked in the winds of crime. Nothing is further from the truth. When activists use that term defund, they mean that they want to relieve police of some practices such as dealing with the mentally ill, if they are not armed, and such as dealing with disruptive, unarmed students in schools. None of the concerned activists and citizens would have to explain anything if they did not use that dubious term. To the money lovers and police brutality lovers of our country, the word defund simply means that we want to take away money from the police and eliminate them entirely. This is why I suggest using the terms reimagine and reform. Reimagine and reform the police. And if you find that lacking, there are many other terms that can be used that say the same thing and would not have a connotation of taking away money. Among the marathon viewings I've been doing since this pandemic began was when I rewatched for the 5th time the HBO series The Wire. It went on for 5 years. This epic television drama, The Wire, is so great and such a work of art that it can be used to teach an entire sociology class. No other drama has come so close to showing the reality facing citizens of a major city. In this case, Baltimore, on a daily basis. Through the use of editing, the creators of this drama were able to connect all the pieces of this puzzle, from the highest in government to the lowest, who are always in danger in the streets of violence. People mistakenly believe that The Wire is simply a police drama. And again, nothing can be further from the truth. I conclude this broadcast with a short scene from The Wire. I will not explain all the details since I do not want to spoil the show for you. But this scene shows a senior officer teaching a more junior one what it means to be police. Please listen to what the senior says, because in a few words, and in this simple scene, the writers sum up the problems with today's policing. Good policing, ladies and gentlemen and friends, and community relations must begin with respect and with rapport. I hope all of you are safe, and I hope you get through this hell, this nightmare that we are living.
Wanted to see me, sir?
Never seen him. I want to thank you for the loyalty you showed, moving that body. It wasn't the most sensible thing, but I appreciate it nonetheless. You're a good man, Sergeant. You got good instincts. And as far as I can tell, you're a decent supervisor. But from where I sit, you ain't shit when it comes to policing. Don't take it personal. It ain't just you. It's all our young police. Whole generation, y'all. Now, you think about it. You've been here over a year now, Carver. You got nobody looking out for you. Nobody willing to talk to you. That about some of them? And that's a problem. And I didn't think there was any way I was ever going to get my head around it. But then Dozeman gets shot for some bullshit. And that's when I about reached my limit. And that's when the idea of the free zone of Amsterdam come to me, because this drug thing, this ain't police work. No, it ain't. I mean, I can send any fool with a badge and a gun up on them corners and jack a crew and grab vials. But policing, I mean, you call some a war. And pretty soon, everybody gonna be running around acting like warriors. They gonna be running around on a damn crusade, storming corners, slapping on cuffs, racking up body counts. And when you at war, you need a fucking enemy. And pretty soon, damn near everybody on every corner is your fucking enemy. And soon the neighborhood that you're supposed to be policing, that's just occupied territory. You follow this?
I think so.
Look at the point I'm making, Carver, is this. Soldiering and policing, they ain't the same thing. And before we went and took the wrong turn and started up with these war games, the cop walked a beat, and he learned that post. And if there were things that happened up on that post where there'd be a rape, a robbery, a shooting, he had people out there helping him, feeding them information. But every time I come to you, my DEU sergeant, for information, to find out what's going on out there in them streets, all that came back was some bullshit. You had your stats, you had your arrests, you had your seizures. But don't none of that amount to shit when you're talking about protecting the neighborhood now. Do it? You know, the worst thing about this so-called drug war, to my mind, it ruined this job.
Major,
What you got?
incoming. Some paper reporter, been to the free zones, all three of them.